Welcome to today's segment of Your Questions Answered with Father Gruner. I'm here with Father Gruner in the studio, and it's a program where we take your questions and we answer them. Father Gruner especially answers them. You can contact us with your questions and comments at questions@thefatimacenter.com. And today we're talking about, on the last program we talked about, does the devil exist? Because many people deny him. And the question came is, what about exorcisms? Are they for real? And have you ever actually seen a diabolical possession?
Well, I've seen more than one of them, and I've been part of a team of exorcists as well. And the devil certainly makes his presence known when he's provoked. Rather, when you try to kick him out, he resists. He doesn't like that. And you know, the part of the exorcism says, "Quid stas et resistas?" Why do you stay and resist? You know, and it's hard for you to kick against the goad, as our Lord said that to Saint Paul. But this is said to the devil. So, and the devil responds to different things. It depends on the devil. You know, it's important to understand the devils are fallen angels, and the angels each angel is distinguished from every other angel by being a different species. Now, there are 9 choirs of angels, but even every angel within the choir of angels, we're talking about billions. Here's God's creative, that each angel is a different species from every other angel.
Yeah, because with us, matter differentiates us, but with angels it doesn't.
The soul is in, my soul animates my body, your soul, and so, but we're all the same family, we're all the same species. But each angel is a different species. So they all have their own story, and they all have their own history. I still remember being in a religious house in Italy, and some of the fathers there were exorcising this possessed person. And they just came back from the chapel where they'd done the exorcism, and they came in, and the friars there were singing Christmas carols because it's Christmas time. But these were religious carols. So there were things like, you know, "Joy to the World" or "Hark Ye Herald the Angels Sing," but it was extolling the greatness and the goodness of God, becoming a little boy, becoming a child, becoming and the song at this, they were singing it because it was at mealtime, but they were singing it. It was a religious song, and it was an act of religion for them. There was an act of prayer, and the devil inside this possessed person didn't like it, and as a result, they went into a complete paroxysm. They fell to the ground and under no control. I asked the principal exorcist at the time what. He says, well, it must have been that devil was particularly denying because this is what it was a Franciscan friar house, for that matter, and the Franciscans theologically hold that it was because they were told that the fallen angels, before they fell, they were told that the second person of the Blessed Trinity would become man, and they would have to worship him as man. And they couldn't stop it. The fallen angels wouldn't accept this. And so this song reminded him, this devil, so to speak, of his great refusal, and he just couldn't take what it meant for him and the implication and everything else. And so he took it out on the poor possessed person.
But now there are people who will say, well, you know, we used to say people were they were possessed, but a lot of it is just psychological imbalance. I mean, there would have to be evidence. Have you seen evidence of something demonic that cannot be explained by nature at all?
Well, I mean, for example, you talk to the person who's possessed in Latin. I mean, maybe they lied to me, but they never learned Latin, you know, and the devil understands and answers, okay? And whatever language he chooses to answer, if he wants to answer in English or in Italian or in Latin, that's his choice. He doesn't, it's all the same to him. I mean, he's an angel after all. So, I mean, as an angel, as a fallen angel, but he's still a very intelligent being. And you don't want to, you know, and so he knows the languages. And, but where does this person understand? If you're talking to the person who's possessed, how do they understand you? I mean, that's just one thing. I can tell you, for example, this case we brought to a bishop. And the bishop was asked permission to have the exorcism conducted in the territory of his diocese. So there was about 10 people in the room. Different people, some from the religious community, some members of the family of the person possessed. And the bishop, I don't forget it's the beginning or the end of the meeting, but he had his ring on. He had a different ring on than what he usually did. I knew this bishop. And you just, didn't pay much attention to it. So he saluted everybody, and the people would take his, his hand and kiss his ring.
Kiss his ring, yes.
And genuflect on their left knee. And so he goes to one, goes to the other. Everyone in the room is able to kiss his ring without any difficulty. He goes to the possessed person. Can't do it. They go on the ground. Again, out of control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What happened, though, was the bishop then explained himself. He said, I have this ring. It has a relic of the true cross in it.
Mm.
It was a true cross that only the possessed person knew about.
Mm-hmm. And the reaction was there.
Immediate.
Yeah, the reaction was there. Yeah, this is so, this is all real, and I think maybe in the next program, so we don't scare people and leave them despondent, is...
the Church of the Power, the Church has the power.
We could talk about the power of the Church, and also what we do to keep ourselves from the devil, well, certainly from possession, but also from coming into the clutches of the devil through sin as well. So we'll talk about that next time.